Dear learners, here comes another interesting topic for an inventory management and supply chain management professionals. The topic is all about safety stock. So in this topic, we will explore what is safety stock, why to keep safety stock, and how to calculate the safety stock. So very first topic is what is safety stock? So safety stock is kept as a buffer or a reserve of an inventory that is kept in addition to the average demand levels. Now the purpose of keeping a safety stock is to protect against unexpected variation in demand or supply. So we have covered here two major factors. One is variation in demand and second is variation in supply. Now we will understand how safety stock helps in demand variation and supply variation. So first understand the demand variation. Now safety stock helps to mitigate the risk of demand variation because we know that customer demand can fluctuate due to many factors like seasonal changes or market trends or even unexpected spike in the sales requirement, and that's why by having a safety stock, businesses can meet unexpected surges or unexpected spikes in a demand and they can prevent the stockouts. We also know that demand forecasting is also an uncertain activity today because it is pretty clear in today's complex world, forecasting customers' demand in an accurate way can be challenging for today's supply chain professionals. And that is why safety stock provides a buffer against forecasting errors. So to consider an example, if the actual demand exceeds the forecasted demand, then safety stock can bridge the gap between both of these until the replenishment arrives. Now that was all about demand variation. Now let's understand supply variation. Now supply variation talks about safety stock is acting as a cushion against any supply chain disruptions. So we all know that there are many supply disruptions that can include suppliers delays, that can also include production issues or transportation problems, and that all causes a delay in receiving inventory from suppliers or from external organization to the company. By maintaining safety stock, businesses can continue to fulfill customer orders even if there are disruptions in a supply chain. Now in these disruptions, lead time variability plays a major role because any delay like production issues, transportation issues, or even supplier bankruptcy or even supplier delays issue or even supply delay issues, lead time variation plays a major role. So safety stock compensates for all these variations in a lead time, and lead time is basically a time which is taken for an order to be fulfilled from the point of placement till the point of delivery. Now if lead times are unpredictable or even longer than usual, safety stock ensures that inventory is available to meet the customer demand during the lead time. Now to calculate the safety stock, we actually need three major factors. So the first factor is standard deviation of monthly demand, which is actually a demand variation, which is actually a part of demand variation. Now to understand that demand variation, we further need demand or even sometimes sales data, which is usually considered for last 12 months. So this is first data we need for the safety stock calculation. The second data point we need is the supply. So on supply front, we need monthly lead time of the product. And this lead time can be an average lead time of a product considering past lead times of receiving. Now here, if you see, we have considered demand variation for a monthly demand, and because of that we have considered lead time in a monthly bucket. So if demand variation is in monthly bucket, we have to consider lead time also in a monthly bucket. On other side, if you consider demand variation in a daily bucket, then you have to consider lead times also on a daily basis. So we will see that in detail in our calculation topic. The third data point that we need in our safety stock calculation is Z factor of normal distribution value. So this Z factor is basically the service level in a Z table, which represents the likelihood or probability of an event occurring within a certain range of value. For an example, if we consider a service level of 95%, then that means there is a 95% probability that the demand for a product will be met from available inventory without having any shortages or stockouts. In other words, it also reflects as a desired level of customer service or desired level of customer satisfaction by ensuring an adequate supply of goods.